Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Shilpa.
Morning, Sudha ma'am.
Good morning.
Morning, Miss Megha. Morning, Miss Mrinalini. Morning, Rupa. Rupa Sharma, you're there in two devices.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, my laptop camera is not working. That's why I just started my video from
Okay.
the phone, and all the documents I'll access in my laptop.
All right. Noted, dear. So we'll just start in another 2 minutes. So you can keep everything ready. Miss Rohini, good morning.
Hi all, good morning.
Good
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay. So shall we start today's session? Anyone else is joining? Shilpa, can you just give me sharing access? I'm not the host, I think so. Sai, you have to make me the host. You're okay, Shilpa, you are the right. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Ma'am, it's done. You can check now. You're the co-host.
Okay. Okay. Right. So today's topic is goal setting. Those who have attended the first will find this connecting. And another thing, the importance of this session is during your lesson plans, you will have to set your own goals of what you would like to achieve and to what extent you will be achieving them becomes very important. And remember, the document that you're preparing for this should continue once you are into diploma also. So these documents must be safely kept in case you're continuing to your diploma. Okay. So let us start with the recap. So share your experience as a learner of the course from the last two sessions. Do you have any questions forward regarding the past 2 weeks? Any questions? Anyone has any questions? Can you just share your learning experience, what you have learned? Miss Anandita is not here.
Even I messaged him, Shilpa.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, ma'am.
Ma'am just posted a
Morning.
question, right?
Yes.
Please respond.
I think that there is so much learning happening in these sessions, and I'm fortunate enough to enroll myself in PDQ so that it will be helpful for me in my future teaching, as well as it will give me the growth also as a mentor. And few things
Okay.
are very much new to me. Few things are very much new to me. Although we are practicing all these things, but during the course, I get to know that what should be the real course, what should be the real pathway that we should follow. So it's really very
Okay.
beneficial, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. The new member, can we ask him to introduce himself? Sir, you have to tell your name, school, your experience, and your subject, and also tell us who's your mentor. You're
Please
on
unmute.
mute, sir. Please, can you unmute?
Just a minute, man.
Can't hear you, sir. We cannot hear you. So sorry. You'll have to check your audio settings.
Now fine?
Yes.
Yeah, now better. Yes,
Okay.
please go ahead.
So, good morning, everyone. I am Kramul Haq. So, this is my first teaching experience in this school, like where I'm teaching in the Creek Planetary School, Mercury campus. And my mentor is like the principal, ma'am, Hima Josna ma'am. So, before that, I taught in engineering colleges. So, this is my first teaching experience, to be honest, in school.
Okay. Yes, sir. You have to tell about your experience and like subject you're teaching and the mentor.
Okay, so to talk about the experience in the school, it has been totally different compared to the engineering colleges. It has been more like kind of more corrections, and more like we'll have a like bond. Like in engineering colleges, we generally don't have that kind of bond with which now I am have with my students, particularly. I am the class teacher for a particular section, so we have a very good bond. And apart from that, it's a very learning things, and we're learning things in the form of, for example, so I have been to the research. Now coming to the basics in terms of grammars in English particularly, so those are the things, even like day by day, like it is a very learning experience for me rather than teaching. So, and apart from that, yeah, that's ma'am, and I teach English, and my mentor is principal ma'am, like Hima Josna ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, yeah. So, Rupa has shared her learning experience. Anyone else for the past 2 weeks, what you have been learning? Can you just share it? Please understand your active participation is needed. So, you will have to share. Otherwise, no, this is a platform where you can make mistakes and you can go wrong. Otherwise, when your assignments, you do it, it becomes very tedious. So yes, you have the opportunity to speak. Please do go ahead. Mrinalini ma'am? Yes, ma'am. Yeah, please. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Good morning to all of you. And I believe during this short span, I have learned the most important thing is to work on reflection and feedback.
Okay.
That is the best thing which can help us to get the exact and genuine thing to work on and to compose ourselves in a more constructive way.
Okay. So you're saying feedback and reflection. Very good.
Yeah.
Megha ma'am. Megha ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. So, in the past 2 weeks, what I have learned is I have understood um, I get through.
We are not able to hear you. Actually, there is a breaking. The voice is breaking.
Hello? Am I audible now, ma'am?
Yeah, you're audible. Sometimes it's breaking. Yes, continue, ma'am.
Network issues, ma'am. Yes. So in the past 2 weeks, what I have learned is through this, that is course.
Megha ma'am, your voice is cracking in between. So sorry.
Megha, is there any problem with the headphones? You please remove your
Shall I
headphones.
remove? I remove it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Remove and then you can
Yeah.
use your laptop speakers. Just try it that way.
Hello, am I audible now, ma'am?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So yes, begin again. For the past 2 weeks, I have attended the two sessions, and what I have realized is through this course, I'm going to get a lot of opportunities to understand my worth and my capabilities, which I can apply in a better manner in the classrooms. Because the first activity which we did, I remember on the first day, was the SWOT analysis, where ma'am has asked us about the strengths, the weaknesses, and all, which really made me reflect on myself about it. And yes, looking forward to understand more about myself and uh, to improve my better teaching practices.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Megha. Rohini?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
So past 2 weeks, I learned many things here from you as well as my peers who are joining in the session. And one more thing is now I was able to communicate more properly than previous previous, and I could able to express my views, which I already said you in first class that I was not bold enough to come forward and to speak out firmly because of lack of confidence. But now, after these two sessions only, I found myself in a place where I could able to express. And and coming to the classroom environment also, this course
Rohini, we are not asking feedback about the course. I'm asking what is that you understood or learned from the past 2 weeks?
yes ma'am, that's
Any
what
two
I'm trying to
words,
tell
if
you
you
now.
can, any two words at least you can say, because course feedback is something different that comes because you're giving me the feedback. That is not the thing. I'm asking related to the words, like how Megha said SWOT analysis, Mrinalini said reflection feedback. So I would like those specifics.
Yes madam, that's what I was going to say you, that past two lectures that I understood how to implement the teachings which I learned in the class.
Okay.
And and I started implementing that in my school even.
Mm-hmm.
So the way of group discussion methods and extracting the ideas or ideologies from the students, and I
Okay.
started communicating with students using the question and answer and discussion techniques.
Mm.
So from the past two sessions, I I improved that and I was implementing that.
Okay. Okay. Miss Anandita? Yes, Anandita. You can press. I would like a very specific like learning from you. So what is that you have learned, or what is that you can remember?
First of all, I remember on the first day that you told me I need to have this emotional understanding also, that even if I'm unable to cope up with everything that I have planned for a particular session, it is still okay. So that emotional reflection is something that I need to carry forward. And other than that, I believe, ma'am, in the last two sessions, I've learned more about feedback, particularly, and how to take it in a positive manner. So whenever my mentor or you or anyone who's guiding me in the course and they are saying something to me, it should always be, as a mentee, it should always be accepted in a very uh, positive manner, that whatever they are saying, it is because of my benefit only. So I believe these two are my main takeaways till now.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. On the way, again, you will be getting, remember the first day SWOT analysis. Today, we will be doing an in-depth study about how to go about goal setting. So today's objective is you will have to take out your SWOT analysis. Okay, now you will be digging further, understand the domains of classroom processes, identify your weakness and threats, set your goals as per your weakness and threats. Okay, so this is what is the aspects that objectives that we are going to look at today's session. Okay, so first question is, why should we set goals? Okay, so there is a document, a research paper that is given to you, goal setting for teachers. And another, before starting, there was a feedback saying that there is no enough time to read and present. Please understand, during group discussions, we do not expect you to first time read the document there, because you will not have time in this 3-hour sessions for reading the documents. You will have to read it. That is the reason why the documents are uploaded 4 days in prior. Okay, so that you can download it and please read it and be ready for the classes. And during your group discussion, it has to be discussions only, because discussions will promote lot of idea thinking and reflection on the read article. If you're reading it there in the session, the discussions will not happen, idea sharing will not happen, new ideas will not come out of the discussion. Okay, so that is the reason we ask you not to read the documents in the class. Please read it well before, so that it becomes easy for you during your group discussions. Clear, all of you? Yeah. So you will have to open the document that is shared with you, that is goal setting for teachers, and present your views on the following: the need for goal setting, how will you identify your goal, okay, how will you set your path, how will you work towards your goal, and analysis of your working towards the goal. How will you analyze how you are working towards your goal? Okay, so I'm sharing the work here. I'll give you 5 minutes to write your answers. You can type it in a notepad, copy paste and post it in the chat box. Then you can talk about it. Got it? Open a notepad in your system, type all the answers in the notepad, copy and paste it in the chat box. Okay, then you can speak about that. Please go through the document. The need for it, the document's name is Goal Setting for Teachers. It's by Heather Camp from the Minnesota State University. Uh, Sir, can you just tell us how exactly to pronounce your name? You're on mute, sir. You're on mute.
Ikram, you can call me ma'am.
Ikram. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am, since sir has just joined in today's the session one, I've just shared the FIS logins with him late evening yesterday. So can we share the document in the chat box?
Yeah, yes. You want me to share? I'll share it.
Yeah, if you have it handy, ma'am, that will be great.
Yeah, I'll share.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I was looking for that only. I was searching here
I
and there on the
understood,
files.
sir. I did get that. Yeah.
It's uploading, sir. Just a minute.
And
Yeah,
at
it's uploaded.
convenience, you can also look at the recordings, Mr. Ekram. Okay, session 1 and 2. You can download this now.
Thank you, Sudha, ma'am.
Yeah.
We'll share it in the group also, Shilpa, since 3 of them are not there.
Which one?
Whatever ma'am has shared, I have posted the task.
The document is in FIS, ma'am.
Yeah, they would not log in.
I actually asked them if they can switch off their
I left a
cameras.
message in the group, ma'am.
Okay. Because I can understand.
Yeah.
Now this viral fever going around.
Yes, ma'am. I actually shared it on the group if they can join. Just for them to keep a track of the activity when they're back, Shilpa.
Sure.
Yeah, 5 minutes is done. You can start posting and then do the talking. Instagram, you can take time. You can see how others are doing it. Okay. Today it is more of an individual work because it is individual goal setting. Okay. So group discussions will be there, but this today's work will be more of individuals reflection and individuals goal setting. Okay, Rupa, can you just talk on this? Ms. Rupa? Yes.
Okay.
Can you just talk on the points that you have written?
Yeah, so first point which I shared with every one of you, that the goal setting is very, very crucial, ma'am. That because it provides us the clarity and the direction, what we need to do, how we need to do, that we get to understand when we set our goals, whether it is in the classroom or whether it is our lesson planning, whatever it is. So the most important thing for any teacher teaching any grade is the goal setting. How to improve our students. That is the most important thing. How to get them involved in the more and more activities, more and more learning should happen in the class. So if we set our goals, it will be very much easy to follow that path in the class, and that will be successful. Our results will be positive as we expect them to come. And
True. Mm,
second point I shared, that it improves focus and motivation. It is very much true,
mm,
ma'am, that if we are having the goals, we are having the focus, un, unaltered focus, I should say. Our focus will not go hayway because we know that we are having that time constraint, we are having that goals, we are having that content to teach. We whatever we are trying to give to our students, that should go in that particular way to the students, so that that actually helps in our focus and also motivation for sure. If we are having the goals,
mm.
we feel always motivated.
Very true.
And after that, it encourages accountability, yes, because we are having that scaredness in us that we might get failed. So that accountability will raise in us to the peak, that whatever we planned, that should
Mm,
reach
mm,
to that goal, we should able to achieve whatever it is. However the circumstances are not suitable to you, we have to stick
mm,
to our commitment, whatever we have given. That is accountability. Commitment is just okay, nothing then, only the accountability, as far as I just understood from the word.
very true. Very true. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Rupa.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ms. Mrinal, 1 minute. Rohini. Rohini is next. Rohini?
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible
Yeah.
to you, ma'am?
Yes, yes, you're audible.
Yes, ma'am. Goal settings will make us to stay motivated all the time, and
Mm,
we will have a clear vision of what we need to achieve and what we need to teach the children in a particular way and a particular aspects, or and what
mm,
methodology we need to implement in order to attain, in order to give them the proper knowledge of the particular content, and where we need the children to be at the end of the lesson, right?
mm,
So that we can make them understand completely what we want to uh, teach them.
mm,
So the particular goal setting in the class or in career, that is very crucial and very important for us to
mm.
uh, to reach where we want to. Without a goal,
Mm.
we will be like a directionless kite without a
Okay.
thread, right? So I feel that goal setting is very important, and also uh, reflecting and feeling accountable towards our mistakes, and rectifying them, and eradicating them in the future, whatever we are doing mistakes or whatever it is very important to reach our goals, whatever.
Very good. Very good. Mm.
Thank you.
Thank you. Miss Megha?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Uh, so, ma'am, what I feel is every teacher needs to set the goals. The first reason for that is to have a professional growth, because setting a goal will help us identify the objectives, and
Mhm.
will also help us plan accordingly, which will help us to grow. And next thing which it helps is to refine our teaching strategies. So if we get feedback from our mentors, as well as if we ask our students also to give feedback to us after each unit or chapter is taught, then it will help us identify our uh, uh, problems within us, as and we can also work accordingly to refine the teaching plan from the next chapter onwards. So
Very true. Very
yes,
true. Yeah.
this is what I have understood.
So when you are setting your goal itself, every time you have to look back on how exactly you're performing on that particular goal also.
Yes.
Very true. Right. Next, Anandita.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, from what I've read in the document and to put it in my perspective, for me particularly, goal setting would be very important because it gives a direction and it also helps to keep me motivated and grow as a teacher. Particularly, I usually would say that I would identify my goals through individual like feedback and through reflection. For example, if I realize that my class discussion is not that engaging for my students, then to work on it. If I set a clear path, then I put open ended questions or give them some more time to respond to what I'm asking in class. So these kind of strategies, I will believe, will help me to get more better as a teacher in the future. And some of the time, ma'am, I have tried these strategies and I've even asked some peer feedback. And even though I haven't perfected the entire thing, but I have noticed that when I set a clear goal and go about it in this way, then it leads to further confident class discussions. And I believe so that is something I would like to take on in the future also ahead.
Very true. Very true. Actually, your writing itself was very clear. It was really good. You have broken down into different aspects, and you were very clear on how we are going to achieve each step. Thank you, Anandita.
Thank you.
Next, Mrinalini. I didn't see your writing, Mrinalini. Yeah, your writing I did not see, but I'd
Well,
like you to. Yeah.
uh, first of all, I think goal setting will help us to implement the hypothetical plan into actionable plan.
Very true.
Yeah, and it can help us to encourage the reflective practices and feedback practices, and
Mm.
it can make us
Encourage
more.
and ensure. Encourage and ensure. Because remember, it is not that we start with something, then we feel confident about it and we continue it.
Okay.
Yes? Yes, Mrinalini. Go ahead. That was very good.
And
Yeah.
it can make us more committed if we set the
Mhm.
goals,
Good.
and it gives us prioritization also.
Mm. Yes, it gives us priority, like which one we should take first. Good.
Yeah. That's it. I
Okay.
could not work much, but I missed my last class. I could not patch up with that required
See,
efficiency.
last class was on mentor mentoring, so it was on the
Okay.
role of the mentor.
Hmm.
But from here onwards, we are going to dwell into the subject actually. So it will be
Yes.
like, even I can understand if you're not well also. But remember today, next week, and the other, that is the 3 pre-foundation classes, that is before
Yes.
starting the units. These 3 are very, very important because you will have to follow in every part of your assignment. So when we are talking of goal setting, next will be on reflective practices and academic writing. The last one will be Cambridge reference module and how exactly you have to do the academic writing part. So these 3 are very important because you miss these 3 sessions, it becomes very difficult with your assignment. You will not be able to follow the practices to the right thing. Okay. So now let us move on to Mr. Ikram. Yes, sir. Can you just present your views?
Yes, ma'am. Audible?
Yes, you're audible, sir.
Like, to be honest, I couldn't read the whole article at the time, so I used the AI and just going through it, to be very honest. And I came to know about things like it is the article demonstrate about the fact that basically like how corporate the world is very successful in setting goals, and they also get the like desired outcome. And uh, and this study also shows that whether it's possible in case of what you call like in teaching profession. So they did the research, and the teachers what they wanted to do are three things like teaching methods, how it is going to help, and the course management and the content. These three things, and what they get in return is like, for example, they got motivation, feelings, and also at the same time like they came to know about their like self awareness thing, like where they actually lack, and they also lack, like we the teachers lack that like engagement, the interaction, those things. And like they also came to know about what are the problems, like time, and like particular kind of, they also look for the like kind of encouragement in the form of incentives. And although they did not achieve that desired result, but somehow it helped them to, they came to know about how the goal setting in teaching career is going to help personally as well as in case of the students. So these are the things they came to know about. And they came to know about the time, support, and confidence. These are the things we need to achieve our goals, and to set challenging goals, and to achieve that time, support, and this confidence is key to achieve that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
This
ma'am.
is yes, sir.
Whenever it's from next class on, actually, if I get the article from the next class, I think, ma'am, I'll do
Okay.
little justice
Sure.
to the thing I'm given, ma'am.
Sir, a few things before we start. One is using AI for your learning, it's fine. But your assignments, you cannot use AI. Okay.
Yes, sir, ma'am. Yes. Sure, ma'am.
Yeah, when you use AI, remember, if your assignment is caught, there is no chance that you can resubmit also.
Yes, sure, ma'am.
Okay. So because they'll give it as a fail assignment, and if there is no chance of resubmission, because Cambridge will give the feedback blindly as it's a plagiarized content. Okay, sir. And
Yes, ma'am.
plagiarism is treated with the highest of the offensive practices as far as Cambridge is concerned.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes.
you can do it. I'm not saying no to it, but
Yeah.
you have to be careful. And if you are using AI for a knowledge sake, see that mandatorily you are putting it as a reference in your
Sure, ma'am.
assignments. Okay. That is, if
Sure.
you're taking content or snippets of ideas from AI, you will have to put it as a reference, quoting the original reference. Okay. So
Yes,
we'll
ma'am.
come
Sure,
back
sure.
to that.
Yes,
Now,
sure, ma'am.
coming back to a session, now that all of you have shared, you have an Excel sheet that is shared with you. Okay, I'll share it with you, Mr. Ikram. This sheet, please go through it. Okay. You will have to rate yourself as 1 fair, 2 good, and 4 for excellent. Rate 1 is fair, 2 is good, 3 is excellent. You will have to rate yourself, so that this is the first step of identifying your goal, which area you are not, or you rate yourself fair. From there, you will have to pick it up. So just a minute, I'll share the resource in the chat box. Please download the Excel from your FIS so that you can. I've shared it for you, Mr. Ikram, in the chat box.
Got it, ma'am.
Yeah. The Excel has 3 separate sheets. The first one is the general document. You will have sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. Please go through that. Then you will understand the key aspects of the domain.
Sure, ma'am.
There is one doubt, ma'am. Will you please clarify?
Yes, Ms. Rupa.
Yes, ma'am. Here are the blank spaces are there. In the blank spaces, we need to fill.
No, you will have to extend one more column. Remember, column 1 is the component. Under that, you have domain 1, which is given in the column 2. Domain 1 is planning and preparation. Under that, component 1A is demonstrating knowledge and content. So under now demonstrating knowledge and content, whether that are you comfortable with the knowledge of the content that you have? Are you comfortable with knowledge of prerequisite relations? Are you comfortable with knowledge of content related pedagogy? So this is how you will be answering. You will make a new column and you will have a self-evaluation list. Clear?
Okay, one more sheet, completely one more new sheet we
No,
need to
no, no.
create.
In that itself, extend a column. For example, I'll show
Okay,
you.
okay.
Just a minute.
Okay. Understood, ma'am. Understood. One more column we need to. Okay, got it, ma'am.
So
Got it.
just others. For others, remember this column C I can take. I can label here as my rating and you rate yourself here. Okay. For each domains like that, you will have to rate. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Got it. Thank you.
Anyone is having any doubt in this? Once you've done, you let me know. A thumbs up is fine.
And we supposed to fill all the sheets till domain 4?
Yes, all are classroom related sheets. Yes, you have to.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, completed. Did you all complete? No. Okay. Anyone getting stuck anywhere? No. No, you're wondering that this many things are there in the classroom that we have neglected. How many of you are still in domain 1? Domain 1 is the Renalini is still in domain 1. Domain 2, domain 3, domain 4 completed. How many of you in domain 2, domain 3? Just raise your hand, it's enough. Domain 2, how many of you are there? Domain 3? Domain 4? Okay, Megha is in domain 4. Rupa, Rohini, you're in domain 3 or 4? 3 or 4? Oh, Rupa has done it. Right. Rohini? Anandita, which domain are you in?
Domain
Yeah.
3, ma'am. I'm doing domain
Domain
3.
3. Okay. Rohini?
Domain 3, ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay. So now there is a small work. It's already 10:30, so I'll give you your 5 minutes break. You can complete it. And what you should do is prioritize which one you would like to take. Okay, under planning preparation, you would like to take, or you would like to take domain 2, which is actually the classroom environment, domain 3, instruction, or domain 4, that is components of professional practice. Okay. So you can pick out around 3 to 4 where you have rated yourself as 1. 3 to 4 aspects that you have rated yourself as 1. That is the area of your improvement. Okay. Please identify those areas that you have rated yourself as 1. Keep this document with you. Okay. Because this is the prior work that you will be doing when you are going for other modules. So again, you will have to recheck. Okay. So what you do is keep that heading as, remember the C column, you write module 1. Module 1. Okay. You have done a checklist and this is where you're standing. So write now 3 or 4 in your notebook. Which you would like to develop from these areas. Write 3 to 4 areas that you would like to develop. Okay, if you have completed. Write 3 to 4 areas that you would like to develop. And you can take a break and come, then we'll have a group discussion in 2 groups. Okay, I'll tell you what you will have to discuss. Now it's 10:32. So 10:39, we will be joining that. Okay, yeah, thank you. Mr. Ikram, you can put off your camera. Yeah, welcome back.
Ma'am,
Yes.
can I have like 3-4 minutes more? I'm about to finish.
Okay, okay, take it.
Mhm.
While others can note down the, like just go through this resource that I'm sharing in the chat box. Okay, just go through because this is the group that has given this resource. So you can go through this resource also. Danielson group.org, the framework. You can just go through it. For others, I've just shared. I'll open the breakout rooms just in another 2 minutes. Just go through this document, Elmhurst TDU blog on teaching goals. I've shared it in the chat box. You can just go through it. I'll open the chat group, breakout rooms once Mrinalini completes. Yes, Mrinalini completed. Mrinalini.
Domain 4 is done with 3.
Okay, domain 4 you're working on. Okay, you continue to work. Okay, I'm just opening the breakout rooms for discussion. Now it is 10:44. So 10:55, I will close the breakout rooms I've given. So you have to go through this document. Okay, understand what goals are. Do you think goals and outcomes are different? How are they related? Think about the area that you have now identified in your personal analysis. Okay, and then related to this document that you have shared, how specific, engaging, and authentic the process has been. Okay, present your thoughts in your group. You can present with examples. Why do you think that area you have to develop? Okay, that is what this discussion will be. First, understand the difference between goal and outcomes, and then discuss in your group how authentic your findings have been and why do you think these are the areas that you want to develop in priority. Mrinalini and Rohini, please join the rooms, breakout rooms. Mrinalini and Rohini. Rohini, are you there? Rohini, are you there? Rohini, are you there? Okay. So let us have discussion. So group 1, Anandita, Megha and Rohini. Can you share your viewpoint?
Ma'am, can we get just one more minute?
You want to 1 more minute? Okay,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
want it here or you want to go back to your breakout?
No, ma'am. Actually, it's fine over here only. We just decided on which points we're going to speak about. So may I
Sure.
just have 1 more minute to let's read through
Yeah.
the once more.
Yeah. So group 2, you're ready? You can, no, Mrinalini is saying no. Okay, I'll give you 1 more minute. 11:05, we will start. Yes, now group 1 can start.
Yes, ma'am. May I begin?
Yeah.
Ma'am, we've divided the 3 questions that were given. So I'll be going with question 1 and then followed by Megha ma'am and Noemi ma'am for the next 2 questions. So, ma'am,
Sure.
the first question was to identify how to set our teaching goals. And according to the
Mm.
Elmhurst document, it states that teaching goals should be real, as in REAL, R for routine, E for engaging, A for authentic, and L for long lasting. Ma'am, I would like to say that the first thing that I can connect to my own goals is to, and particularly from the document that we had, the Excel sheet that we have been doing for evaluation, improving student participation in discussions in class is one thing that I need to improve upon. So, example, if I take that as my goal and I would like to take it forward as if to make it a part of my routine, I would plan some open-ended questions at the end of every lesson. And this would also be engaging in a sort of way because even I enjoy guiding debates. And to make it authentic, as related to the Elmhurst document, it would be authentic since it would be like relocate and link the topic and connect to the students' real interest in life and real life, real time topics. And over time, I hope that it can be or it might be long lasting. And this would lead to student led discussions as a natural feature of my classroom practice. And this is something that I wish to carry forward. Another
So
thing
how,
for, yes, ma'am.
just one question. How is it related to the domains that you have actually self-assessed?
Ma'am, improving student participation in discussion, it is one of the uh, it is a of domain 3 instruction, ma'am, over there.
Okay.
So
Okay. Yeah.
I'm linking it to that. So in order to improve on that, and particularly student participation, this is something that can be improved and taken upon.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Anandita.
Yes.
Next person.
Ma'am, here's one doubt, ma'am. Will you please clarify? We just need to go through the domain 1 only, not
No,
domain
no,
3.
no. I said domain 1, domain 2, domain 3. Domain 4, I am
Sure,
not
ma'am.
ready because it is professional
Okay.
practice that comes at a later
Okay.
stage.
Okay.
1, 2, and 3, all the 3 are important.
1 point.
Planning and preparation, class environment, and instruction. for a proper teaching practice. Yes, the group 1.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, the second question was, are the goals and the outcomes different and how are they related? So I would like to speak on this. First, I would like to tell what is goal, what is the outcome, and how are they related to each other. So, basically, goal is something what we aim to achieve and accomplish. It is basically the target which we need to fulfill, and outcome is the result and the achievement. And the outcomes can be positive, it can be negative also. And now coming to how they are related, so goal and outcome, both of them are related to each other in a very specific manner. Say, uh, goals lead to outcomes, and it helps us to know our success rate. Means outcomes help us to know whether we are able to achieve our goal or not. It helps us to know the success rate of our goal. And the last one is the outcomes also help us to refine our goal. Suppose anywhere any lacuna is there, or any problem or any default is there, it helps us to refine our goals.
Okay. Okay.
This is how
Yeah.
goals and outcomes are related to each other.
Fine. Yeah. I think it's Rohini in your group, third person, Rohini. Rohini, unmute yourself. Yeah.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
actually, I'm here to discuss about how we can implement. But we discussed about goals and outcome, how the goal and outcome are related to each other, and how to implement a goal effectively, especially in
Okay.
a classroom environment.
Hmm.
So the goal should be specific, measurable, and it should be achievable, and it should be relevant to the content which we want to achieve the goal in a classroom environment. And it should be realistic. And for example, in
And it should
my
be time
experience
bound.
from the
It should be
from
time bound.
domain
That
to,
is smart. Smart is
yes, ma'am,
specific,
smart.
measurable, achievable, relevant, realistic, and time bound. Okay.
And
Uh,
some goals might be problematic, and it might be difficult to achieve. And sometimes it feels like it's impossible almost.
mm,
At the
mm,
time, we
mm.
need to search for the realistic scenarios. How can we take our approach to achieve such kind of goals? For example, if we take managing students' behavior in classrooms from the domain to some students will be lagging in subject and slow learners in classrooms. So those students will be cornered sometimes by other students. As a teacher, we need to maintain the positive and say our goal is to create the safe and respectful classroom environment for the students, for everyone to feel valued. And why? Because a positive classroom environment is do impact the students' behavior directly or indirectly. So, if we want to change the behavior of the students and get interacted in the classroom sessions and listen to teachers' lessons and actively participate and group discuss among their peers and be confident enough, we should set the goal in order to create the good classroom environment for the students. So
Okay.
goal
Okay.
setting as well as in implementing that in the proper step-by-step scenario is important for us. So that's what I want to discuss now. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So now let us move on to group 2. Group 2, who would like to present? Rupa, Ikram, and Mrinalini.
Yes, ma'am. So
Yeah.
regarding the need for the goal setting, why do we require to have the goals? And
Hmm.
the Excel sheet which you have shared, ma'am, just I want to relate that regarding the use for planning. that I'm just
Mm.
fair in that. So
Okay.
it is very much important, ma'am. So one successful goal was to ensure that the regular student to student interaction should be there in your planning. Means you should plan in such a way so that a mentor, a teacher can have the interaction with each and every child during the
Mm.
class, and which required uh, adjusting that lesson planning. That I'm just fair in that. I'm not so good in that. So
Okay.
that I need to go through. And however, the one successful goal was the routine use of the technology that we need to have. Means that in spite of my efforts, sometimes I just failed in using that technology in such a way, the way I want to use in the class, because of the time constraint. Sometimes because of that so much of interaction happened with the students. So that happens in my class several times, I should say. So the I just need to adjust all those things in my planning well, so that I can just accommodate all the things, whatever I planned for that particular class. That will be more and more effective for the students and more satisfying for me as well.
Very true. Very true. Because you have to make it engaging for the students.
Yes,
When you say
yes,
student interaction. Very true.
yes.
Next. Yeah.
And teaching goals, according to me, should be very much engaging for the teacher, as meaningful goals enhance planning, teaching, and assessment, both the things. And
Okay.
I just want to cite an example of improving student to student interaction, which I just put down in my notes. That shows that whatever the initial disengagement is there, means, for example, I'm just stepping back sometimes in the class. I just
Mm.
thought that the students should have their own interaction. They
Mm,
should sit
mm,
in the group. Many times I just give them the chance to interact within themselves. So that is not, I think, that much uh, fruitful. I just found this thing, means that I should get involved in them more and more, so that they'll feel more and more motivated. And
Okay. Okay.
yes, that is there. So these
Okay.
are the two areas I just
Okay.
want to get
Okay.
into.
So yes, the next person, Rinalini and Ikram.
Yes, ma'am. I would like to talk about like the difference between like goals and outcome. It is like already like one of our friends, she has already explained it. I'll give it like different shape. For example, we can compare this with the vision and mission of an institution, right?
Mm.
Right. I don't know, ma'am, exactly whether it could be compared or not, but I think it could be related. It simply, clicked my mind. I thought of sharing with you. So maybe you can give feedback on that. But I thought of comparing with mission and vision. So
Mm.
like goals are like vision and outcomes are like missions kind of things. So which we set on present time in case of missions and like outcomes. And in case of vision, we do it for like it's a long-term basis things. Yeah, this is like very brief about goals and outcome. And ma'am, like to talk about one the thing I want to work on, like for example, that is about that is from domain three, ma'am. I don't know. Shall
Mm.
I talk about this? Like
Yeah,
domain three
you can.
component.
You can. You
Okay,
can.
okay, that is from domain three, and then component D. So timeliness.
Mm, mm,
So like it has been an issue with me. For example. It is not that I don't do the work on time, but it will be at the 11th hour. So, like if I am given task with like not in the class, like with sometime with the colleague also, sometime with class also, maybe I'll finish the complete the task at the 11th hour. So sometime it has been an issue with me. So
mm.
that I need think I I should be giving grade even not one also maybe 0 point half. So there like 0.5. So there I need to work on my I think so.
Okay. Okay. You would like to work more on the planning segment of it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Yes, Mrinalini. I'll give more about the vision and mission statement later. Yes, Mrinalini.
Yes, ma'am, I think I need to work on domain one. Selecting the instructional goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even to making it routine and long lasting.
Okay. See, why instructional goals are important, I'll give you a base idea. What happens as a teacher, many times what we do is I won't say we won't plan. Okay. We read the context. We read the textbook very nicely. I'm not saying no to it. But we forget to decide what is that we have to emphasize for our children. Okay. Now I'll give you an example. Let us say that we are talking in social about maps. So the lesson talks about physical map, the lesson talks about political map, the lesson talks about the local map, the components of the map. It talks about it, we go talk in the class and come. But what is the actual intention of that particular lesson? The lesson's intention is, one is whether the student will be able to scale an area to a smaller size, understand the difference between the physical features and the political aspects of a map, understand why symbol is important for a map. Now, these components we forget when we are teaching, because our major aim focuses on what is the content. And we miss out the broader outlook for that particular lesson. It is, for example, I'm teaching a text, say a poem I'm teaching. When I'm teaching a poem, the outcome of the poem may be to identify what are the characteristics of the particular character and how the poetic language is used to express that. Do our teachers emphasize on that? They'll teach the poem. Okay, they'll teach the poem. Remember that you will teach the poem, you will tell the words about it. But how the poet has used these words to express certain aspects is missed out from the context. So what happens is, you ask the student to use such a language and create their own poem. Very few are able to do, because those who have the natural connection towards the language will be able to do. This was not explicitly taught in the class. Yes, those who are able, who have that language touch, and those who have the passion towards language will be able to do this. Others totally miss out of this aspect because they are not born linguists. They have to learn it. Yes. So these are the things that in our planning that we miss out. So that is the reason why goal is required. Now coming to Mrinalini, you have completed, right? Coming to goal and objective, sir, it is not equal to mission and vision. Vision is the long-term goal of the organization. The idea with which the organization is set is its vision. Everyday aspect of running, that we call it as the objective, that becomes your mission statement. Okay. Here, outcome is what you have achieved. Okay. So goals are the object or the aim or the action. Performance outcome or learning targets are the criteria with which you assess, monitor, or guide cognition. That is the understanding. The learning that has happened is the outcome. What you set is the objective. As someone rightly said, outcome you may achieve, you may not achieve. Okay. So it is orienting the individual towards that state which you want to achieve, that becomes the outcome. Okay. Now you have an action plan format. This is also for your self-assessment. You have a Word document. Try putting your goal and try answering this question. Okay, that is given in the action plan format. I'll just put it in the chat box. I'll put the file. Take only one. Oh, just a minute. Yeah, it's uploaded. You can download. Take only one domain that or domain segment that you have analyzed, and what is the outcome that you are expecting in that area. How do you know that you have improved? When will you review your performance? Who will give you feedback? How will you collect your feedback? Just write it. Now, this is how you will be planning your action planner. Before that, just a minute. I think I missed this slide. Just a minute, just a minute. You can do that action plan format. I'm sharing a Excel sheet here. You remember I told you to mark the 3 areas that you want to develop. Please enter your name. Open the document, enter your name, or I'll give your name so that no, you will not be having any problem entering. You can open this spreadsheet. Just enter your areas that you would like to improve. Please type it against your names only.
Ma'am, what
You
we
should fill
supposed
at it.
to, ma'am,
You
what
have
we
written
supposed to
fair,
first,
isn't it? In your domain Excel, you have mentioned fair, remember? Now you
yes,
discussed also that 3 to 4 areas that I asked you to mark, put it here
yeah, ma'am,
against your name.
just one dot, ma'am. What we need to finish first, action plan format or this?
This one you finish first, then the action plan format.
Oh,
You finish this one first because in this one you will take and expand it in your action plan format.
okay.
Yeah. Ikram, it has to be specific. Huh? relate to your domains that you have actually checked. Use of planning, what in planning you want. There are two things, planning. Okay, but in planning itself, you have number of aspects. Planning of resources, planning of timelines, planning of your instructional practices, classroom, your like curriculum, all that has to come. So which one would you like to? Megha, do you have volunteers and paraprofessionals in your school? I don't think so. Our schools are that inclusive that you have volunteers and paraprofessionals.
And volunteers and para professionals means what, ma'am? Those lab assistants and all? Are they? No?
No.
Yeah,
The
I
support
understood.
who is given with for LD students,
For?
learning disability students. You need a support, isn't it?
Yes, yes,
Shadow
ma'am.
teachers and all that.
Yes, we have it in our lower grades. Two, three are
But
there.
do you have to that
Mm,
many in your class?
No, no,
In,
no, no, no.
then
Okay.
that cannot be. Even
Okay.
volunteers we don't have. We don't have teaching assistants, right?
No. Okay.
That cannot be there.
Okay, ma'am.
Participation in district projects. No, that is the goal that has to come with professional responsibility. Mrinalini, you also think about your classroom. You're focusing on larger aspects. You have to think about your classroom plans that you have to. Yeah, Mrinalini, designing student assessments, good, that's correct. Student behavior management, right, correct. Very good. That Rohini, that one is really good. Expectations for learning and achievements. That is good. Ikram, you have to map it in the row. You have gone down. You have to mark it in the row. This row you have to mark it. You understood what I'm saying? Okay, right.
And after completing this, do we need to complete action plan format?
You can take a break actually. 11:40 we can start that work. Those who have completed can go for a
Okay.
break. 11:40 you can
Okay.
start with the action plan form.
Okay.
Yeah, all of you can take a break and come back. 11:40 we'll meet. Yes, you can join back. Now work on your action plan. Now we can work on your action plan because now you have already your priorities set. Take one and start working on your action plan.
So, ma'am, in the example, we should just take one, that areas of improvement.
Yes, yes. Take
Okay.
one and then do.
Okay.
This is truly a personal format, but you will be put, now you will have to create a drive. Okay, you will have to create a drive in your Google. And I'll tell you whom to share. Share it with edit option because all your assignments also you will be loading in that as unit 1 folder, unit 2 folder and unit 3 folder. Okay. Yeah, others please open your, switch on your cameras, be back. Now you can work on your action plan format.
To the ma'am, there is a message from Mr. Ikram. I'm able to switch on the video. Okay, done. Thank you.
Just one doubt, ma'am.
Yeah, someone was talking.
Yes, ma'am. Just one doubt, ma'am. Regarding the second point, specific goals. So whatever are areas of improvement in related to that only, we should write our specific
Yes,
goal.
yes, yes.
Okay. Means how to improve that regarding that
Yes.
area.
What is your planning? Remember, this is planning.
Okay.
Yeah. Write only about one area of improvement. We have identified 4, but write only about 1. 3 or 4 you have identified, but the first one you write. Don't write about any others. Now, those who want additional support for writing your objectives also can look into this document that is already shared with you, Evaluation for Teaching. This gives the complete information about the different domains and the different parameters that you have written. This is already shared with you. I've shared it in the chat box, Evaluation for Teaching, but it's a very big document. It's actually a book. So when you're free also, you can read through it because this will help you analyze your own classrooms. Anyone has completed the action plan can share it here so that we'll review 1 or 2 and then we will move forward with the session.
Ma'am, regarding the third question, how do I know I have improved in this area? So after implementing that in the class, then only we can write this now.
This
How
is
do
the
I know?
hypothetical one. That is the reason I said hypothetical
Okay.
one. So you write, that is the reason
Hypothetical.
I asked you to share.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So we can just put it in our brain that happen in such a way that we just put in words. Okay.
Give me a minute. Yeah, anyone has completed can share. The share option is available. So you can share your document. Let us make it a bit fast now. Yeah. Okay, you have shared the file. Just a minute, sir. I'll just. You will have to open it and share it, sir. The problem is now I have to download. Okay, let me see. Okay, this is. Okay, just check this. This is Ikram's one assessing students' learning. Need to know the SWOT of whom, sir? Sir, can you just unmute? Can you unmute, sir? You're on mute.
Ma'am, it's showing like
Yes, ma'am.
a read-only document and I can't able to type in.
You have to download it.
Yes, ma'am,
Download it.
it's showing like you can't able to save the file. I was
That
trying.
means you have opened multiple times. You see that you close it and then you will have to reopen it or save it with another name, it will open.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so here, where is it? Sir, you can, you have to unmute, sir. You are still in mute.
Audible, ma'am?
Yeah. So my question now, you have said areas of improvement, assessing students' learning. Assessing students' learning. Now my question is, why do you need SWOT, sir? For assessing students' learning, why do you need SWOT?
Actually, in order to, so if we have a prior knowledge about the things, so we can work on so on individual basis. So that is why we need it, ma'am. So
So
everybody's
this,
requirement is different. Like somebody will be weak in some other things. If you have to take the example of English grammar, or maybe in any case poem or any lessons, so we like if we know that strength, weakness, and the like areas where he or she is good at or not. So if we have the prior knowledge about these things about the students, I think, ma'am, like it will be easy to assess, and according to that only we can give the feedback, and again we can conduct the or reconduct the as like assessment test based on their like strength.
okay. So your assessment of students' learning is for prior knowledge, not for after the lesson.
This is for the like, ma'am, not for all. This is for the like this is based on the specific students, not for all.
Okay. Then also, sir, SWOT is not what is required for them. For example, you're talking about grammar. It should be the prior knowledge check of that particular subject or that particular topic that you're going to do. SWOT is a general analysis that we are doing.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Next one is now how do you know? See, you're saying need to work on weakness. That is again based on SWOT. Now, when we are
That
talking
is repetition only. Yes.
prior knowledge, when we are talking about it, now you will be evaluating the performance or the assessment that you have conducted, and then you will be understanding the weakness, reworking on it, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
when you are reworking on it, are you going to reteach it, or are you going to, how exactly are you going to achieve that?
So first, students, they like, particularly the weak students, they need like, ma'am, kind of motivation. Uh, if they're like, I have seen in my class, the even the weakest students, if I've given that opportunities in the class, if given the lead role in terms of any project or anything, they come and do the work with a lot of enthusiasm. So in that case, I think, ma'am, it might work.
Okay. So how do you plan to motivate them?
Motivate in the sense, ma'am, we can do through words, like, or in the through by given tasks. Like, for example, if I'm going to do any task in the or any project given. For example, recently I conducted like ACA activity, like subject enrichment activity, where like I made the captains those who are not seem to be that active in the class. So and I came to know that they are, so excited to do those things.
Okay. Okay. So how do you know that they have improved in this particular area?
Yeah. So by giving the task, like when we made the project, like when we made them those like head of the, like, let's say captain, where they'll be coming up with a first thing, they will do their work first thing. Second, they will ask others to do the, like, like it's a kind of group work. First, they like, the leader has to like lead from the front. That's why first they will start working, and the rest of the things they'll be also like giving a reminder, you have to do these things and complete the task, like that, ma'am.
Mm, mm, mm. So my this one is, how do you know that they have improved? You are asking it on
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
what you're
So
talking is about follow up.
when they submit, when they will submit the project, so when that student in the earlier not used to take part in that, and now he is leading, and that is itself an improvement. And when you go to the content, it is not exactly the same it was last time. It is not exactly like that, it is drastic changes there, but that some there is kind of improvement. And that is how like we know that like he has or she has started working and improvement. So we are like going to assess on the basis of that.
See, this is for everyone. Okay. Sir, you have given assessing the students' learning as your area of improvement. And you're talking about the leadership skill when you're talking about how do I know about the area of improvement. Now, this is a mismatch of your objective and what you're practically doing. You got it, sir? When we are looking at assessing the students' learning, you have done a group work. Your improvement area should also talk about how you are knowing that the students' learning has improved. Okay, don't talk about other areas. Okay, sir? Right. How will I review, that is your performance? How did you initiate? How did you talk to the child? How did you see that there is an improvement that the child is making about your performance in this area? How will you do
Yeah,
that?
yeah, ma'am. I misread it. Yeah, yeah. It is about my performance. Yeah.
Okay. So here it is your performance. Remember, this part is about the student doing. Now
Yes,
here,
yes, yes.
for example, you have tried 2-3 tactics, only one work. So then how will you realign yourself to see which one works, which one does not work? That comes
Yes, ma'am.
about
In
when
that
will
case,
I
we can.
review? Yes, sir.
In that case, like we can take the help of our colleagues.
No, this is
Like
your reflection, sir. This is your reflection.
yes, yes.
The second part, who will give me feedback? That is your colleague or your mentor's reflection. Okay.
Okay.
You understood the point? Now here,
Yes, ma'am.
when will I review the performance? At what point will you reflect on your work done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Sure,
The
sure.
last one, how will you collect feedback? This is fine. You have feedback form, take a printout, give questions. Right. This is fine. This is one way of collecting feedback. Yeah. Others would like to share?
Ma'am,
You
may
can
I?
directly share, need not. Yeah, just yes, you can directly share. You can directly share. You need not ask me permission. You can directly share. I've given multi-party sharing. Yes.
Ma'am, is my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, for this particular one, I have taken domain 3 instruction, and the area of improvement that I have highlighted over here is classroom discussion and student participation, particularly student engagement, which I would like to take up as my goal. So first of all, that was the area of improvement which I will work on. The specific goals number 2, or the performance outcomes which I would like to achieve, would be I would like to start with something I read in one of the research papers as called a student question of the day. It is
Very
basically to
good.
drive the
Yes.
students to drive their own inquiry and critical thinking. I believe incorporating it would be quite innovative as it's not something that we regularly practice in classes. Second thing I can do is assigning certain roles, particularly when I'm talking about AS classes, where essay and argumentative discussions are the norm. Generally, because we speak on a varied number of topics. So over there, assigning the roles for discussion for one person as one student as a facilitator, another one as a challenger, then one person to summarize it, and another one to connect it. So if we am assigning these kinds of roles, then it also goes on to build leadership capabilities in the future. Another thing, like because I'm not sure whether it work for anyone else, but since my classrooms particularly are standardized with smart boards, which are quite accessible with a lot of tools. So tools like Mentimeter for interactive classroom discussions or for polls or quizzes is something that can be included if the time permits to capture their attention. And also, I think this is something that I have been doing previously also. Think, pair, and share, grouping students together and then swapping with one idea to think, then pair together, and then share the ideas outside the group to boost confidence and setting peer-to-peer challenges when like dividing students into groups and then setting challenges so that even the students who are unable to perform or they feel sometimes shy when they are outside, when they are in a larger group, they can even build the confidence to develop their own responses. So these are the goals and performance outcomes that I might look at. So how do I
Yeah.
know that I would improve in these areas or I have improved in these areas? Is that when I find that my students are responding more actively, they are taking more active interest in the class, and sometimes even when they're initiating questions of their own, when I basically hear more voices in the class, then I would like to say that yes, I have made a remarkable improvement or a marked improvement in this area. And when the next point, when I will review my own performance, I believe at the end of every unit, like that means every 3 to 4 weeks or 4 to 5 weeks after classes, as the unit will go along, I would
Now
like
here
to.
my question is,
Yes, ma'am.
if you're taking 4 to 6 weeks, okay, if there is a gap, how will you correct it?
And then the review time should be more quicker,
Yes,
like
it
one
should
to
be
two weeks.
lesser.
Then
Yes, yes.
okay, ma'am. Then I'll do
Because
that.
see, you will have to have, you have so many activities like performance outcomes, you have written around 5. That means you're getting your feedback periodically.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So when you're getting your feedback periodically, you know which one is working, which one is not working.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Correct.
your review also should happen frequently as per your outcome in a periodic way. Even if you're going to have it with like 1 week afterwards, you are going to have also, it's fine.
Then, ma'am, I should reduce the time to 1 to 2 weeks
Yes,
then.
you have to. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
And then, ma'am, who will give me feedback? Ma'am, I believe the students itself, their reaction would be the first and foremost feedback. And other than that, peer teacher during observation, their observation would also act as a good feedback for me in order to say that whether something is working or whether I should improve on something in order to become better. And how will I collect the feedback? I believe in most of our sessions in our learning lesson plan also, we plan exit slips after a particular lesson. So that could be a good form of feedback. And if possible, some student surveys at the end of a particular unit can also work as that. And peer observation, ma'am.
Very. Yeah, it's good. It's good. So I think others also have a fair idea of how to connect your area of improvement with your goals, specific goals and outcomes. Yes. Yeah. So only thing, see that your review is more frequent because it's your reflection. It's not about someone else. It's about your reflection. And this should happen in every period. After every period, you should start reflecting. How did I do today? What I can improve today? Okay, this should happen. And remember, don't forget your journal. Make a note of things that went well, which did not work well. These two are very, very important in your reflective journal. Okay, because what went well will help you build up on your teaching. What did not go well will actually give you a base for working for betterment. Okay, yeah, Anandita, that was really good. Anyone else would like to
Thank
share?
you, ma'am.
Yes, Rupa. Okay, differentiated instructions.
Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, it's visible. Now, here you have written differentiated instruction. How are you going to give the content differentiation? How are you going to give
Yes,
the process?
ma'am.
Remember, these are different types of differentiation. So
Yes, ma'am. Definitely.
how are you going to go into details of that? It has
Yes,
to be
first,
very specific. Yeah.
yes, ma'am. So first I'll plan for the content differentiation. As I know that in my class there are the different level of learners.
Mm,
So I'll just design my lesson plan in such a way that will suit to the need of every kind of learner, be it the average, be it the active, be it the too high in their level of understanding or too low.
mm,
So I will just
mm,
design my all the lesson plan in such a way so that each I could able to cater the need of each and every learner. Second
mm,
is
mm,
the process differentiation, means that I'll just try to incorporate varied learning strategies here so that, for example, uh, I'll just take up the quizzes, or I just ask them to share their own views, process how they are learning. That is the process differentiation. I'll just try to incorporate varied learning strategies in that, or I'll just ask them to share their views on that particular topic, or I just ask them to just okay alternate views what they can share on that particular topic, like that. And the
mm,
third one, I'll just allow the students to present in the different ways however they feel comfortable in the class. I'll just give them the freedom to express their views in their own way,
Rupa,
that they will
Rupa,
not feel hesitant
Rupa, I'm
while
just
speaking,
interrupting.
and they should feel, yeah, ma'am.
Rupa, here I'm interrupting you for a minute. The specific
Yeah.
goals, it's not still specific. Remember, you have given content differentiation. When we are talking of specific goals,
Yes.
how are you providing different content for your student? It is not about designing, remember that. When we are talking of content differentiation, that means you're
Yes.
going to give the content different for different students. Now, when you're giving different content, how do you expect them to reach the curricular goal? That is one thing that you have to address when you are writing specific goals. Second, process differentiation.
Yes,
When you're
ma'am.
talking about process
Yes, ma'am.
differentiation, what are the different processes that you're going to adopt? That also must be specifically written Because remember here it is about specific goals. Now, if you look at Anandita, she was very clear. This is the strategy that I will be using to attain this. You got it? So that must be, these are
Yes,
broader
ma'am.
terms. Okay, these are very broad terms. It has to be narrowed down to specifics. Okay.
Yes.
We will
But-
be
yeah,
dealing
ma'am.
with this differentiation. Don't worry, we will be dealing with this differentiation in our unit 3. So that time you will get a clarity on how exactly we have to approach for different differentiation strategies. Okay. But this specific goal is still broad. It has to be narrowed down. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. For example, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I just want to include one example, ma'am. For example, I'm just taking one poem, right? So the poem is about road not taken. So first, I will just those who are too active, or those who are just getting struggle in just understanding the poem or their figurative language or the poetic devices. So first, I will just do the recap, so that while I'll just ask the different questions based on the figurative language, they can able to identify the figurative language from the poem. Words to words, I ask them to go through that poem, and I just ask them to identify the various figurative language. But before that, I will just recapitulate the entire figurative languages which are used in that poem, so that even the students, those who are struggling in just getting the figurative language clearly from the poem, they can also identify from my explanation. That is the process differentiation that I'll do, so that everyone will be active in the class. They'll take interest in the class when the class will be going on. That is the strategy. And how
Actually,
do I?
process differentiation is about what are the different methods that you apply in your class to deliver the lesson. Okay,
Yes.
so
Okay.
it need not be your explanation alone. It doesn't stop with that. Process
Yes.
differentiation.
I will conduct the group activity, ma'am. I'll just make them sit in the group, so that they will just discuss with each other that what you just identify, what's the meaning of this figurative language, okay, that I'll just make it happen in the class
Okay.
with the help of their own peer discussion. That is
Sure.
process differentiation. Because if they'll be sitting alone, it is very much difficult for them, and okay, they will feel that it is too hard for them to do. So like that, I'll just make the peer group, so that they should feel actually activate, that they are active in learning. Active learning is going on, and they are just taking part. Yes. And I'll allow the students to present in the different ways. However, they will feel comfortable regarding the figurative language, they should express that what is onomatopoeia, what is metaphor, what is simile. However, they just want to give real life example, they can give, be it related to the poem or not. But for me, it is important that whether they just got that concept or not, so that they can apply it in all the poems.
Okay. Yeah.
And the next one is, how do I know I have improved in this area? First is that I'll just provide them the varied materials or the resources for the mixed ability learners. Means that I know that I'm in my class, there are the different type of learners. So I will provide the worksheets to them. I will provide the differentiated worksheets to them according to their level of understanding. I'll ask them to, I'll just make the group.
Can you just move forward, because we have less time? Yeah.
Yes. After that, students with the different needs show progress.
Yeah.
How do I know that I improve in this area? When I just get to understand that those who are slow in my class, those who are struggling in my class, they have actually improved. They are showing the progress in the formative assessment, and higher participation from the special needs learner. They are also taking part while the teaching is going on. That are my basic criteria, ma'am, to just get to know that whether they improved or not. When will I review my performance in the class? After each period, after the end of each unit. Did all the students access the material? Did all the students understand that content which I'm just giving them? Who is still struggling? Who excelled? That is there.
Very good.
And
That one is that's good. Yeah.
And I'm just looking at the pattern of progress also. Those who are struggling, are they improving? Are they able to catch up with the content, with the class, with the other students? And
Very
who
good.
will give me the feedback? Students, of course. First, okay, they are the first one, right? So first I have written the students through the exit tickets, through their reflections, through surveys in the class, through various class discussions. And they can only tell me if they felt that the whatever being taught in the class, they can access that content, whether that engaging or whether still it is okay, challenging for them. PS, of course, my colleagues, their observation is too much important for me. Their reflection, their feedback, and after that, of course, my mentor helped me refine my strategies with the evidence-based practices and thus my own self-reflection. For me, it's most important that helped me identify my personal strength and where I need to improve.
Good. Only that the second part, that no specific goals you will have to slightly work on. Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah. We are stopping here. And
Yes,
I have shared a video in the chat box. I'll just give you only a gist of what exactly the part that I would like you to have an idea. Can you see here? The power of passion and teachers' collective expertise. Can you see? Teachers working together as evaluators and their impact is 0.93. This is John Hattie's video on the different strategies that actually help. The power of moving. Just a minute. Let me see if I've shared the audio.
And my point is that the biggest effect in our business is expertise of the teachers. It's the teachers who work together. I'll say that again. Teachers who work together, collectively, collaboratively, to understand their impact. And that's probably the biggest single most factor in this business, that teachers and principals and systems that go into classrooms, that go into schools, that go into systems who say my job is to understand my impact are the ones that have the biggest effect. Not the teachers who say my job's to cover the curriculum, my job's to get kids through the exams. It's teachers who say I want to understand my impact. Now, it begs the moral purpose question. What is impact? And that's a really critical question. And it's not just scores on tests. One of the things that I think is critical is how do we get kids to reinvest in this business called learning so they want to do more of it. And certainly if you look at the evidence of what's the best predictor of health, wealth and happiness in adult life, it's not achievement at school. It's more than years of schooling. So how can our schoolings be inviting places to get kids to come back to? That's a really critical part of knowing thy impact. It is understanding very clearly in every lesson and every day what the student knows already. Because that's the starting point to then say, now we need to know what success looks like. So you don't go in there and just create a set of interesting materials and hope every kid has some point of starting point. Knowing deeply where a kid starts. But it's also showing the students up front what success looks like as they're beginning this task. Can you imagine if I said to you, now I'm going to take you out and I'm going to play this game. I'm going to ask you to play this game, but I'm not going to tell you the rules. Now, some of you would sit on the sidelines. Some of you actually might get in there and try the game. But you could imagine chaos wouldn't long be out of the picture, and certainly many of you would start to drift away from it. Well, some of our kids in our schools love playing that game. They'll do anything we ask them to do. But there is a large group of students out there, the ones that often question, the ones that we often call sometimes the naughty kids, because they don't play the game we want them to do. The more you can show them what success looks like as they're starting, it's a bit like a video game. If those of you like me who have been through the Angry Birds fetish, it knows exactly what your prior achievement is, your last score. It then sets a target, a goal, a success, kind of using the Goldilocks principle, not too hard, not too easy. And then it piles in feedback and information and gives you multiple tries, a lot of deliberate practice you put into it to reduce that gap. And then what happens? They increase the standard, and they increase the success. And you want to reinvest and reinvest. It's no different in our schooling, except the critical difference is that so often in our schools, the students don't know what success looks like in the series of lessons. Errors, mistakes. Hey, what's the point of going to school if you know it already? The reason you go to learning is because you don't know. And not knowing is an incredible opportunity. And how can we get our schools and our classrooms to create climates with a lot of trust so that it's okay to make mistakes and errors? Maximising feedback to teachers. How can we get teachers to get feedback about their impact? That's the point of assessment in schools, to help teachers understand their impact. And I mentioned before about those deep programs. Well, look here, simple. If you want to think, you have to have something to think about. It's the proportion of knowing lots of stuff and then moving on to relate and extend those ideas. And if you're learning something for the first time here today, you need a lot of surface detail before I can get you then to start thinking of connections. It's that proportion. And it's knowing when, as a teacher, to move from knowing stuff to relating that stuff is the key. And it's that Goldilocks principle of challenge. Not too hard, not too easy. And then asking the students, teaching them the learning strategy so they can deliberately practice with a lot of coaching from us as teachers to reduce that gap from where they are to where they want to be. And certainly my message here today is it's this notion of expertise that's incredibly powerful in this business. Now today, we're in Sweden.
Yes. So what did you understand from this video? What is your, yes, Nirmalini?
For making mistakes is an opportunity to learn.
Very
That
good.
should be convinced by the mentee to the learners in the class.
Teacher, remember, only for the mentor you are a mentee. For the
Okay.
students, you are the teacher.
I thought
Okay.
they should ban that word. So
Yeah.
right.
Correct. Yes.
Impact,
Yes,
ma'am.
Anandita.
Ma'am, I believe the second point is identifying the knowledge gaps within the learners and the students, and then taking
Yes.
them from where they are right now to where they want to be or where they want to achieve the goal is. I believe that is
Very
one
good.
way we can relate the learning towards them and make it more interesting for them.
Very true. Yes. Yes. Rupa.
Yes, ma'am. Impact of the teachers are very powerful in the classroom. That's what, and through that impact only we can mold our learners.
Okay.
So that
Very
they will,
good.
so that they will not just question that what is the purpose of going to the school when we know everything. So if the impact of the teachers are powerful in the class, if they know also, they are willing to come to their school, and we should just make them understand this thing, that what is meant by the success, where they will be in their future. That is the thing.
Okay. Anyone else? Yes, Anandita.
Ma'am, another significant point which I found was, and it's very interesting also, because it's the first time someone has said it so clearly that assessment is clearly a demarcation for the teacher, not for the students.
Yes, that is the very important point. Remember, when we are assessing the students, we are always thinking we are assessing students. It is not. It is assessing ourselves.
Ourselves.
Us. Okay, as teachers. And no, the success that he was talking about, the Goldilocks principle, it is not for their success in future. It is for the success in their class. So you should set the target for the students not too high, not too low. That's the Goldilocks principle, the right amount, the right challenge, so that they reach it. Then you slightly elevate your demand so that they will strive to achieve. Okay. Now that means that you can't ask every student to reach 90%. Yes, you have to set according to their potential, according to their ability, and also see that the learning is not for the curriculum or for the exams, it is for their lifelong process. Because without learning today's world, they cannot survive. They must have the aptitude for learning. So that's an everyday process. So in our classrooms also, we have to emphasize that every time that they do something, it's okay to make mistakes, because it is not something that you have to achieve in one day. It is the small step that you move forward to reach your goal. Okay. Yeah. Any other aspects that you would like to share? Any other aspects? So what I want you all to do is, please put your action plan in a folder. Write it as module 1 underscore your name in your Google Drive and share it. Remember, in this module only you're going to put your assignments also. Assignments also must be neatly in folders mentioned as unit 1, unit 2, unit 3. Okay. So first you put your action plan and share it with me at this particular mail ID. Put it in a folder saying module 1 underscore your name and share it with me in trainertl@ambitusworldschool.com. I'll share it in the chat box. So those reviews that I've given, you can change it, okay, modify it, and you can present it. Okay, share it with me.
Ma'am, just one thing. You're supposed to share only one action plan, right?
One action plan. Only one action plan. So next week, there is a request. Please do not absent yourself from the session, because next week it is going to be about how to write reflection or on reflective cycles. Okay. If you miss this, remember your assignments, we cannot be helping you on writing evidence of reflection. Okay. Because you will be writing sample reflections. So once you are into that mode only, you will get into writing your evidence of reflection. Kindly do not be absent for the next 2 sessions, because the next one is on reflection. The after that, it is on academic writing. These 2 are very, very important sessions, because if you miss it, you will miss the language of your assignments. Okay. And I will not be reiterating. You will have to revisit the videos for checking on that. Okay. Yes. So any other questions you have? Any other questions on today's session? Are you clear on how you have to set the goals? Remember, for your unit 2, you will have to pick out one activity that you will have to plan uniquely. Now that is where this goal will be coming into picture. Okay. So how you are going to design? You have ample time. So you start looking at your classrooms, look at the different domains. You need not look at domain 4 now. 1, 2, and 3. Look at area that you want to improve and start planning out now itself. Okay. Don't go for differentiation. Differentiation is an exclusive activity that we have to do it for unit 3. Okay. Yeah, your feedback form is already shared in the chat box. Please do provide your feedback. Yes. And Shilpa will be sharing you within 2 days the next week's materials. Please see that you're going through it. Okay, you will get your materials. Please go through it because this is on reflection. You will not have time afterwards to read it during the session. Okay, daily at least spend half an hour to 45 minutes in reading. 1 hour if you're spending, well and good, make your notes now itself, because it will be really helpful for you when you're writing. Write the book name and the author name or where you have taken the material from, which will help you build your references also at the later stage. Okay. Yeah. Any questions? Any queries you have? Yes, Mrinalini.
Ma'am, we will share the email also, and we will share through the drive also, our drive
I didn't
folder.
understand.
Yeah, I did not
You,
understand that. I just wanted to
you
confirm.
create a folder in your G drive, that is Google Drive. Share it to my email ID.
Okay, understood.
Share it with edit option. Okay, share it with edit option. Please don't
Okay.
make me click again for request access. That keeps on as a cycle. Okay, so that don't do it. Give it me with edit option. Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am, will you please repeat the format? It will be really helpful, which you said that in what format we should file the name. Module 1 underscore?
Module 1, your name. Module 1 underscore your name.
Okay, right. And regarding that, which I have just mentioned in that differentiated instruction, that
No, don't
activity I
use
just
difference.
shouldn't take.
That
That
area
I
of
shouldn't take.
improvement don't take, because
Don't
that
take.
is compulsory for unit 3. Unit 2, you
Unit
cannot do
3.
that. You will
Okay.
have to do something else. Okay.
Okay. Okay. That
Yeah.
so that I'll just skip that. I'll just take another one
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Clear?
And
Now, yes, Rohini.
ma'am, is there any deadline like today, tomorrow, when we should submit this module one now?
See, there is no deadline now as such. There is no target date. But once the unit starts, your target date will come. And if you're not submitting by today, tomorrow, it is not going to be submitted. Take it from me. I know that you will not be submitting. So better finish it off as soon as possible.
Okay.
This
Thank you.
delay, what happens is it keeps on going. Finally, your assignment will not be completed. If you pressurize me afterwards, it's of no use for you also. So better finish it off immediately. Clear? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
So
you, ma'am.
yeah. Yeah. If all the doubts are clear, you can leave for the day. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.